everyone to my channel, Catskill Mountain Homebody. My name's Amy. Guess what? It's another snowy day in the Catskills. Let me show you outside. It is so snowy today that my school has canceled classes. So, it's a snow day. Woo! All right, here's my plan for today. Tomorrow night I have my women's meeting. And I always bake for my women's meeting, although usually I bake for a raffle, but this time I'm just gonna bake for dessert because we're bringing our own dinner to the meeting. We're gonna meet at a local museum. And our group is providing dessert, so I'm gonna bake some cookies to put on the dessert table, and the museum is gonna provide some coffee. So that's what we're doing tomorrow night. And tomorrow night is not gonna be snowy, so I'll be able to go to my meeting. So in honor of baking, my sister got me some earrings for Christmas that I'm wearing for the first time. So these are Betsy Johnson, and there is a cherry pie on a little plate, and a mixer, a stand mixer, little KitchenAid stand mixer. So I'm wearing these in honor of baking. Today we are going to make Spritz cookies. I'm going to use my cookie press, which I have not used in a long time. But I decided I'm going to make some Spritz cookies. I haven't decided which flavor of Spritz cookies I'm going to make yet. But the good thing about Spritz cookies is that in one batch you can make a whole lot of cookies. And that's what I need because they're going to be, I'm going to be giving them to feeding a lot of people. So that's the plan for today. Let me show you something else cute my sister got me for Christmas. Hold on. Okay, so my sister got me this set for Christmas. And when I opened it up, it was like this. It looks like a little purse. A little purse on another purse. This is like a clutch. But it's a porcelain plate. And so when I first opened it up, I thought it was like a jewelry dish. I was like, oh, it's like a cute little jewelry dish. And she's like, no, turn over the purse. It's a mug. Isn't that so cute? And it comes with this little gold spoon. What a cute little dessert set. So maybe later on, after I make my cookies, I will put some cookies on my new plate and I will drink some tea in my new mug. And it's so cute, I just wanted to leave it out. So that was a cute little Christmas gift also my sister got me. So cute. Well, it wasn't just my sister, it was her husband and her daughters also that got it for me. But my sister picked it out. But I can't forget Emma and Megan, my nieces, and my brother-in-law who also gave me the gifts. Oh, Chipper's eating his bone again. He always likes to eat his bone as soon as I start filming. Every single time. All right, before I get into baking, I also started a new cross-stitch project. And since I shared my last cross-stitch project with you guys on my channel, I thought I would share my new cross-stitch project with you guys. So let me grab that. All right, I bought this Dimensions kit to make a banner probably 2 years ago. And I think I found this in Michael's on clearance or something. And it's a little banner. And I counted the triangles, and there are enough triangles for me to write Amy's Crafts. And I'm gonna hang this on the door of my guest room upstairs where my craft desk is. I thought it would be cute, and that's why I bought it. So this kit comes with the thread, the needle, pretty much everything you need, the pattern. So I started this. I decided I'm gonna do a letter a day on my days off. So far, I have stitched AMY, and I've started the S for Amy's. So this one will be apostrophe S. I'm making each letter a different color. So the S is going to be green, and then it will say crafts. And then I'm going to hang it on the door, the guest room door, so I'll show you that when it's done. But this is a nice, quick, easy cross-stitch project for myself. Usually my cross-stitch projects are for other people, like the one I just finished. The one that I just finished in the fall was the birth announcement for my niece, Megan. And I had already done a birth announcement for my niece, Emma. And so I wanted to do one for myself. So that's what I've been doing on my time off. Let me go put this away. We're gonna make chocolate Spritz cookies this afternoon. And I picked this recipe because it doesn't have cream cheese, because I don't have cream cheese. So it's snowing, I'm not going out today, so I have to make do with what I have. I do have a lot of butter. So this recipe only calls for butter, cocoa powder, salt, flour, sugar, and a little vanilla extract. There's also an egg in this recipe, but it's very few ingredients. The recipe says it makes about 70 cookies, which is good for me, because there'll be enough for a lot of people. They're going to be small though, because they're Spritz cookies. And I am going to make them more chocolatey by, I think I'm going to press some chocolate chips into them to make them even more chocolatey. So let me show you my ingredients. So I pulled this stuff out. I have my flour and sugar in my canisters on my countertop, and I just have to pull out the egg, and I have to soften my butter, but you're going to need a stick and a half of butter. And that's pretty much it, other than flour and sugar. It's a very basic recipe. All right, I'm going to go pull my cookie press out, and I'm going to need my sifter, because you have to sift the flour and cocoa into the butter, egg, and sugar. So I need my flour sifter and my cookie press. And then you're going to bake these on an ungreased cookie sheet. You don't need parchment, nothing, just an ungreased. You press them onto an ungreased cookie sheet. So this is going to be a quick recipe, and before you know it, I'll have lots of cookies to give out tomorrow at my meeting. All right, so let's get baking. All right, I don't know how much of that I got on film because I don't know if my camera was on or not for part of it, but it's a quick recipe. Oh, and I'm going to put the directions for this recipe in the description of the video, but it's just a butter cookie recipe with cocoa. So all you do is mix up the butter, egg, and vanilla and sugar, and you soften the butter first. Get that whipped up, and then all you do is add in the sifted cocoa, flour, and salt, and that's pretty much the whole recipe. And then you add the egg. All right, let me show you what I have over here. Okay, this is my cookie press that Joe got me for Christmas last year. It's by a company called Marcado. I think it's Marcado. And it comes with a box of designs, press designs. And you can switch out the designs easily while you're pressing the cookies. So I thought I would start with the heart design, since Valentine's Day is coming in a little while. But I also have a few other designs that I might switch out. But I'm going to start with the heart. I also took out some sprinkles that will make them a little bit more festive. I'll make sure to film how to use the the cookie press. All right, while I'm waiting for the dough to harden up, and you need to leave it in maybe a half an hour in the refrigerator, I'm going to clean the kitchen. So that's when you have to refrigerate dough, it's a good opportunity to clean your kitchen. So let's clean the kitchen, and then we'll come back to pressing the cookies out. Okay, this dough has been cooling for about a half an hour. You can cool it up to a day if you want. All right, this is the cookie press. So you have to turn this thing to move the bottom all the way to the top. Now we're going to fill this tube with cookie dough. I'm going to use a spoon to do that. And then we're going to put on, I'm going to use the heart-shaped, this is the heart-shaped press. And we're going to put that, this is the bottom. So you just press that into the bottom. And we're going to, after we put the dough in here, we're going to screw it on. And we're going to press it onto just a plain cookie sheet. So let me show you what I'm doing. It was a little difficult for me to put the sprinkles on those cookies because they kept rolling off. I pressed them in there. What was easier was putting the chocolate chips on the cookies. So you can do that before you bake, is press chocolate chips into your Spritz cookies. You can also melt the chocolate and dip the Spritz cookies in the chocolate and then put sprinkles on it if you want to melt the chocolate, which I don't want to do. So I'm going to forget the rest of the cookies. I'm not going to use the sprinkles. I'm just going to put the chocolate chips on it to make them even more chocolatey. And so far I've done 2 designs. If you want the cookies to be bigger, you can hit the press twice. If you want the cookies to be smaller, just hit the press once. So I made some hearts and some wreaths. I have one more design I pulled out that I might try after. Now I'm going to eat the chocolate chips before they go on the cookies. So good. All right, I'll show you how those cookies look when they come out of the oven. All right, these have to sit on the cookie sheet about 5 minutes. Then I'm going to remove them and put them on a cooling rack. And then I'm going to make the next batch of Spritz cookies on this tray. So I'll set a timer for 5 minutes and then we'll start getting the next batch going. Meanwhile, the second batch is in the oven already. So I've baked 2 batches and I'm on my 3rd batch. And I still have dough in the fridge. So this should make about 70 cookies, hopefully. All right, I'm going to set a timer. last batch I had to press. All the cookies are pressed. I have a batch in the oven, and then I have to bake this last batch. This is very easy to clean. You can hand wash it. You could even take it apart and put this part in the dishwasher, but it's pretty easy to clean. These are pretty simple cookies, as you'll see in the recipe. All right, so we're waiting for the last cookies to bake, and then we'll look at the finished product. Thank you guys for joining me today for this quick baking recipe day before my meeting tomorrow night. Joe is outside clearing the driveway. It looks like the snow is wrapping up. I think it's supposed to stop by this late afternoon. So that's nice. Chipper is cuddled up to me on the couch because he's my best friend. He's always with me. This boy is always with me, right? Scout's looking at Daddy out the window. All right, we're less than a month away from Valentine's Day. My house is ready. I've been Valentine's Day ready since the first week of January. So now we're less than a month away to Valentine's Day, which is nice. Super Bowl Sunday is also coming. And this year, Julius is home. Usually he's at college. So it'll be nice to have Julius home like he was when he was in high school. So our family tradition on Super Bowl Sunday is I make an appetizer dinner. And I usually cook all day. I cook different appetizers and we eat them pretty much all afternoon up through the game. And then I usually make something special for dessert. So I haven't decided the menu yet for my Super Bowl Sunday appetizer dinner. If you want to look at what I made last year, you can see that video. I'll post that video at the end of this video. I do have some frozen chicken wings that I'm going to make. I don't know what recipe I'm going to make though, because Julius and I like chicken wings. And we typically like a sweet chicken wing. We don't like the spicy buffalo kind. So I usually make some kind of honey buffalo wings. Something sweet. So I'll probably do that. Like honey teriyaki buffalo wings or something. But the rest of it I really have to decide. Last year I made mini hamburger sliders. I've made mini Italian subs before. I've made mini chicken wontons. I'm trying to think what else I've made. I've made dips, like a buffalo chicken dip I've made one year. I've, of course, made chicken wings. Chicken wings usually is something that I do make frequently on Super Bowl Sunday. I've made stuffed little potatoes, little appetizers. So I have to go into my Pinterest and into my cookbooks and see what are the appetizers that I want to make this year. So the only thing I know I'm going to make is the chicken wings. Other than that, I'm not sure yet. So I will not be watching the game because I don't like football, but my husband will be watching, especially if the Chiefs are in the Super Bowl like they were last year. So that's the plan for Super Bowl, and that's coming up, not too far away. I have to really start thinking about what I'm doing for my Super Bowl dinner, and it is going to be nice to have Julius home this year. So we'll see. A lot of exciting things coming up. Whenever Joe is working outside, they sit on this couch and they look out the window. They can see out the front door window to see any movement or what Joe's doing. All right, stay warm, stay safe, and I'll see you guys on my next video. Bye.